Hello, it's nearly 11 a.m. here in Seoul. I'm Oh Soo-young at the Arirang News Centre. We're breaking into our regular programming to bring you a live briefing from the South Korean health authorities on the coronavirus outbreak here in the nation. In just a few moments, we'll cut into the briefing at the Sejong Government Complex with simultaneous interpretation available for you in English. Director of Health Policy Yoon Tae-oh will be briefing us on the coronavirus situation here in South Korea, filling us in on the number of new infection cases seen as of midnight on Monday, and what kind of efforts the government is making to contain the virus. It looks like he's taken to the podium and will begin the briefing very shortly.
First of all, we have Mr. Yoon Tae-oh with the explanation. This is the first Chuseok holiday that we have spent after the COVID-19 outbreak, and let us now begin our regular briefing for October 5th, Monday. And as of today midnight, we have 64 new local infections, and among them in the metropolitan area we see 49 cases, and in non-metropolitan area we have 15 cases. Yesterday, we had one additional fatality. I extend my deepest condolences to the deceased and the members of the bereaved family. During the Chuseok holiday, we note that many people have stayed home, and they also called their parents and their family members, and also when they are on the move, they also abided by quarantine measures. And due to the risks of infection, we had concerns over the possible gathering at the demonstrations and rallies during the National Foundation Day. However, we did not see great difficulties. And I extend my deepest gratitude to all of the members of the public for your participation. Right now in Korea, nationwide, we are seeing a downward trend of the confirmed cases. During the past 2 weeks, an average number of cases, we had about 55.5 cases, which is a great drop from about 101 reported from the previous 2 weeks. During the Chuseok holiday, we have about 57.3 cases on average during the Chuseok holidays, and we see continuously decline in the number of confirmed cases. However, we believe that we will have to factor in the lower number of testings during the Chuseok holiday, as well as the increase of foot traffic. And also, we are seeing the untraceable patients within the 19% range, and we are also continuously witnessing cluster infections at multi-use venues, including nursing hospitals and health clinics. Therefore, we cannot let our guards down as of yet. However, considering the nationwide efforts in the social distancing, we believe that we would not have a repetition of a massive outbreak that was witnessed after in August. We would like to brief you on the special transportation measures for Chuseok. And starting from this special period, we have seen a decline in the number of movement in the people. We have seen an average of 19.3% drop, and we have seen the expressway dropping by about 13.4%, and also the road to the rural areas and up to the metropolitan area was also similar to those of the other times. And also we have seen about 45% and 43% decline in the express buses and trains. However, we have a slight increase in the number of people who were using the airlines. And in the major transportation spots, we were able to note that many people exerted their full efforts to participate in quarantine measures. As for the rest stops at expressways, people carried out the intensive control of the visitors using the QR codes, and also we carried out strict quarantine measures as well. And as for the Jeju and Gimpo airports, we carried out continuous and regular ventilation as well as disinfection. During the Chuseok holiday, we also had the unmanned drones as well as automobiles that helped us to intensify a crackdown on the transportation areas. And we also were able to minimize and decrease the amount of traffic accidents to about 30% compared to other times. And we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to all of the public for your participation in the government's quarantine measures. Moreover, in order to ensure a safe environment and safe Chuseok for the rest of the citizens, we would like to exert our gratitude to all of the public officials who exerted their full efforts. And this extended holiday of Chuseok holiday continues up on towards this weekend, and we will have a ban on the gathering of 50 people, more than 50 people indoors and more than 100 people outdoors. And in the metropolitan area, we still have the suspension of the high-risk facilities that will continue. And in non-metropolitan area, the 5 types of entertainment facilities as well as the door-to-door sales prohibition will also be sustained. And thanks to due to the prolonged social distancing measures, we believe that many of our people are feeling fatigue. However, we would like to note that in the previous weekend, looking at the amount of mobile traffic in the metropolitan area, we have seen a significant return of the amount of the mobile traffic compared to the previous weekends before the social distancing measures were exerted. And we would like to continue to monitor the situation going forward and decide on the future policy. And lately, we are seeing chilly weather, and we believe that we will also see increase of people suffering from cold or other symptoms. And it is very essential that we need to curb the contain the virus going forward. And this will also heavily depend our future fate of our outbreak in the fall and the winter. And in order to really secure all of the outcomes that have been achieved through the efforts that have been put forward by many people, we need to continue to exert our vigilance going forward. During the weekend as well, we ask you to refrain from going outdoors, and please refrain from going to multi-use facilities that are frequented by people, and also always wear face masks and also practice personal hygiene measures. During this week, especially if you feel symptoms like fever, coughing, or if you cannot feel any taste, please call the 1339 call center, or please consult our public health center and also go to the nearest screening clinic to get tested as soon as possible. The government will also exert our full effort to this end, and we will carry out effective quarantine measures going forward. Thank you very much.
That was Director of Health Policy Yoon Tae-oh that we just heard from, updating us on the COVID-19 situation here in the country. And as he just mentioned, the country confirmed 73 new cases of COVID-19 as of midnight on Monday, bringing the accumulated total to 24,164. There was unfortunately one extra death from COVID-19, bringing the total death toll to 422. Well, that does it for our coverage of this morning's briefing. We will be back though shortly with our midday newscast with Mark Broom. Bye for now.